the very first thing I do when creating our vision is I'll make a mood board on Pinterest, and I'll just go through and pin anything that I like, or I also have an extension where I can, if I'm on another website, I can also add that to my Pinterest board. A lot of our branding was going to come from our next editorial shoot, which we did when we did our Bowling Green residency. So I went through and I made 3 different categories. I made our posing category. Our posing might not have the same color or feel as the background or other things that I might add in later, but I did a posing section. I did just a creative photography section, so I could see like maybe some lighting that I could do, some stuff I could do in post-processing, and then a poster section for graphics and other things that I could also do in Photoshop that might make it that might finesse it just a little bit more. Everything ended up centering around this one single image, and it really resonated with me. I really loved the purple blue. I felt like it go hand in hand with our current style. I loved that kiss of red in there. And we did a more playful posing for our shoot. So doing our first editorial photo shoot was going to be quite a challenge. One of the things that I had to consider was time, location, and equipment. As a photographer, I happen to have quite a bit of equipment, but since I live in a different state across the country, I couldn't just bring everything with me. I had to pick and choose which equipment I was bringing with me. So everything for this shoot had to be very thoughtfully planned out. I had to essentially plan every shot with time, and we were also doing it after our residency performance, so a lot of us were going to be exhausted. So those were a few challenges I had to consider as I was developing our shoot, and also what the location was going to be like. I had been to the location a few times, but I couldn't remember how big the building was, what the background would be like, how the lights might bounce off the walls, and how I was going to place my equipment in this space that I couldn't test out how the final product would look like. I came with a shot list that I had sent to everyone beforehand. I had to think logistically about how the transitions would work and what would make the most sense and take the least amount of time. I had to coordinate it somewhat like a wedding photographer might when they're doing group shots. You're not going to start with the couple and then move to a family shot and then back to the bride and groom. You're going to usually start big and then reduce down. Group shots first, any subsets that we wanted, and then our individual shots last. So in addition to that, I had to create essentially every shot, how it was going to look, what the posing would be like, relay that to the ensemble, make sure everyone was on the same page so that it could be smooth transitions, we could get in and out quickly.